Blizzard conditions, stay off the roads.
If you don't need to be out, go back to your house immediately.
Now at 5, the warning, loud and clear. A monster storm blankets the tri-state. Millions now accustomed to staying inside are told to do it again.
All non-essential travel banned as this major nor'easter dumps more than a foot of heavy snow across our area. Good evening at 5 o'clock. I'm Sade Better-Noir.
And I'm Bill Ritter. It's the biggest storm in years, and Mother Nature not done with us yet, not by a long shot. Just look at that radar.
Yeah, we're going to head out to our reporters braving the elements in just a minute. But first, there is a lot of important information to get to. When it comes to mass transit, all outdoor above-ground subway service is suspended. Buses are available as long as roads remain passable. If you have a car, alternate side parking rules are suspended through Saturday.
The storm, no shocker, affecting commuter rail lines. The last trains of the Long Island Railroad, Metro North, and PATH trains have left the station, and they will not be running for the rest of the night. New Jersey Transit trains and buses have been suspended all day.
In New York and New Jersey, all coronavirus vaccination appointments for today and tomorrow have been postponed. They will be rescheduled. And New York City schools will remain remote learning only tomorrow.
We've been on air all day with important updates on this storm, and we will remain with you all evening. Our coverage begins right now with our chief meteorologist, Lee Goldberg. He has been here all day tracking everything. Lee?
You know, we always talk about storms, winter storms having so many moving parts, and you check off a few boxes here and there, and okay, you get a moderate snowstorm, you get mixing, you get some amounts that are decent in places and others don't do that well. This one just checks off all the boxes. Everything is textbook in the right place from the lower atmosphere all the way up to produce these amazing snowfall totals that you only see once every 5 years. And you know what? We haven't seen it since 2016. A real winter wallop across the area. Now we're waiting for that park amount to come in. It usually is in by about 4:50. At 5 o'clock, probably still working on that official measurement, because as of 1 o'clock, it was a little over 13 inches. So we got to be pushing 15, 16 inches of snow in the park. We're at freezing right now. There's the Meadow and Hector Ball fields, and the snow is lighter right now. We definitely have it dropped off in intensity. And the brunt this evening, although there's still a lot of wind, is moving off to the north and west. The final flakes, though, they don't end until Wednesday morning. So while the heaviest snow is shifting north and west, we can still have blizzard conditions with 1 to 3 inch an hour snowfall rates, especially north and west. But anywhere can have blizzard conditions just because you can have the blowing and drifting. Moderate to major coastal flooding and beach erosion, a huge concern. The winter storm warning goes into tomorrow. The coastal warnings and flood advisories go through the night. That high tide cycle starts tonight after 11 o'clock and goes till about 2 in the morning. So you see on radar some mixing down the shore. See over New York City, definitely some holes in the radar with the heaviest off to the north. There's some mixing near Fire Island right here. We move to the city. Decent snow. Staten Island to Sheepshead Bay. Not as much in lower Manhattan. Some mixing near JFK. Decent snow over Monmouth County, but not so much over Ocean County. Heaviest snows here from Jefferson over to Patterson. Not as heavy now in East Orange and over to Livingston. Heavy snow in northern Westchester. Some of the heaviest snow, Rockland and northern Westchester, from Haverstraw over to, let's say, Pound Ridge, and over into Connecticut, Fairfield County is all heavy snow. And east of the Thruway, once we go into parts of Dutchess County, Poughkeepsie getting very heavy snow now. And this is where we see in the red the heaviest snow bands now north of New York City, and even lighter snows and precipitation moving in. And that's why I say the brunt is moving off to the north and west. But that doesn't mean it stops. It still snows, especially west through the night. Could mix a little bit in the city, and then tapers to lighter snows during the day tomorrow with light additional accumulation before finally moving out as flurries on Wednesday morning. But if you weren't with us at 4 o'clock, there could still be an additional half foot of snow off to the north and west, where we've already seen close to 2 feet. Some places will go over 30 inches. New York City probably aiming at about an 18. A bunch of the area 12 to 18. Only lower amounts. We've had some mixing on the South Fork and down in southern New Jersey. So on this planner, you see it. It's flakes across the board. The good news is the crews should be able to get on top of the lower snowfall rates that we get as we go into the early evening hours. Lots to talk about. I'll team up with meteorologist Jeff Smith. Historic storm going on right now and a long way to go. Back to you guys for now.
Long way to go indeed. Yeah. Lee, thank you very much. Maybe your family's been talking about what we've been talking about all day. If this storm happened a year ago, it would have been a much bigger deal. We are now fairly accustomed to staying at home, and for many, working from there.
And right now, RoadCam 7 is making its way through the streets in Astoria, Queens, where we've seen some of the worst snow impact on road conditions. The mayor and the governor warning New Yorkers do not travel tonight. Essential workers only.
Eyewitness News reporter Dave Evans in Long Island City with the effort to keep roads clear and transit open. David?